So in this section of our discussion, we're gonna focus more on the music, um, and I want to pick a couple songs that you guys sort of felt screamed sex. So I want you to tell me the ones that you like. So we were talking about a couple before. All that jazz.
Salvo Tango.
No, like Mama. Mama's better.
I love Salvo Tango.
So there's a lot of them that are very in your face.
Yes.
Um, let's talk about the Mama song.
It's like really like.
So does someone want to read some of the lines? You don't have to read the whole thing, but just a couple lines of it.
Like if you want my gravy, pepper my ragu, spice it up for mama, and she'll get hot for you. It's like so suggestive. It's all about like you do this for me, I'll give it right back at you.
Right.
A little appropriate.
It's like you put in for mama, she'll put out for you.
Right. It's hard to talk about it without laughing at it because it doesn't it sort of make you uncomfortable reading it?
No?
No?
I think it's the thing about the person portraying the character, and it's just
Right.
kind of like
Do you remember how she felt?
she was. Remember when Rachel Perry was telling me we were doing callback days, and she's like, "I love Mama, and that's part I want." And she had to like convince her mom to actually let her try out for Chicago. She had to like, her mom was so not into it. She had to actually talk to her priest, talk to people in their church, talk to her mom, just go, look at this as the part she got.
Right.
She just couldn't say no. It was such an honor for her being a sophomore, such a big part. She's so uncomfortable with it the entire time. But she got a lot better at the end when she knew that it was acting. She got a wig and she could step out of her own person and turn into the character and really feel the music more than my mom's not into the priest.
Right.
Gonna think.
Right, exactly. That would be very awkward. What have you guys seen? Let's talk about. Well, let's pick out like one song. So I want to switch over to all that jazz because sort of like the forefront of all of those songs. Like people know all that jazz is from Chicago, so let's focus on that. I know there are some suggestive things in this, and sort of rebellious in saying, I'm gonna go out.
Yeah.
I'm going out, right?
Yeah.
What have you guys seen done before, maybe in live theater or in movies, Chicago, or in your own production that, what moral did all these directors or whatever bring across? What's the message that the authors and the composer, what did they want to bring across?
A movie director could be a lot more sexual. This could be a lot more. I'm gonna do more with it. Really bring it out there. This is a movie, and you can like rehearse and do it over and over. And it's not live, and you can really bring your own. And there's also grown-ups, and there's also it's not like something where people are so stunned by it. It was a movie, and it was known, and they really could bring out what they wanted and not be worried about certain things. Unless like people playing characters that you signed up, you know what you signed up for, and they could really do whatever they wanted with it. They didn't have to be careful about putting in his feelings or.
So how do you think it would be in a live production with adult actors?
I feel like it would be more risky than our production. We like did subtle, suggestive events, I guess you could say, and it was, but like in a live theater with adults, I feel like they'd be more comfortable with going a little further.
So maybe it would be a little bit more raunchy.
Yeah.
What are some different performance tactics or vocal techniques that you've seen people do with this song, All That Jazz, that sort of bring out that latent sexuality?
That's what looking at me. Okay. It's kind of like when. How do I put this? It's
You could describe it with making sounds too.
wah wah wah, and it's like once like you go like lower and deeper with more of like a bright tone to your voice, like it just kind of has like that overall effect of like, oh, okay, like in your face.
And that the range of this sort of is that low, suggestive,
Especially like if you
sexy.
if you go from like one note to one note and it's like duh duh, but then they go like duh, so it's like it's very
A
sexual
lot
in
of
that manner.
sliding in between notes.
It's like a slippery kind of feel, so it's kind of like a slippery kind of show.
Yeah.
And like the person who played Velma, he sang it lower, and like my sister saw the preview and she's like, was she just doing that for the song itself, or is her voice actually like that? And I was like, no, it's from the song because that was the style, and like she wanted to make it more suggestive.
Also, like
Right.
the deeper tone in like a woman's voice is always more like sexual and like bold than like a higher like resonant tone.
Right,
So-
because you associate
Little girl.
something higher with a little girl, right? So these are like women, right? So what do you think works the best with this show? Is it better to be subtle, or is it better to be really raunchy over the top?
It depends really to the audience. It's like for us, we had to be subtle. It's like we had to do that, and plus like the actors like weren't comfortable with that. But like Steve said
But
before,
I think the subtlety worked because like it wasn't too in your face, but they like did this move where they had their fingers on their knees and they were like rolling them like down, and like it like added to the effect of like really showing what the 20s were about and like how what the song was about kind of, and like instead of like going fully out there. It worked.
yeah, I mean like they couldn't have, like just take out their stocking on stage like that would have just been like weird. I thought it was very good though. Like they put it to where the audience was at that point.
So maybe they use their voices more than their actions.
Yeah, there's actually not a lot of high parts. Like all the Sopranos, and I was doing a lot of the lower themes. Like we were really like not as high as we were used to, except for Mary Sunshine.
Yeah.
And when we were warming up, we got to a point and it wasn't that high. She's like, this is as high as you're gonna have to go. I'm just gonna warm up Mary Sunshine now because we didn't have to go that high. We didn't have to go really above alto room. It was more down in that
That's
woman
crazy.
range.
Yeah. Woman. So do you think that there are any really specific stylistic approaches that you could take to bring across any like what is sort of the lesson or the message that this song is trying to get across?
Going out.
Hardy.
And you don't care, right?
Yeah.
It's like
They seemed very chill about it. You know,
I would say they just don't care. They just don't be like, this is what I am.
pretty good. So what would happen if we took that out? That sort of all the slides in between notes? Or, what if we raised it up a fifth or something
it'd be
like that?
boring to like the audience because it wouldn't have that overall effect. Because like it is a very sexual show and like the hints in the music just like Sam said before, it adds to it. It's kind of like if it was like duh duh like duh like during like a very sexual scene, then it wouldn't have that overall effect.
I
It
feel
just
like the audience would be confused too. If it was high, they'd be like, what is it about?
like
Right.
is this like how old is the girl? She's like 12. Like is she not like 25?
Yeah.
Even without the drums or like the trumpet, it wouldn't be the same if those like the that like sound effects like really added to it. It was just some character. And like made it sexy without trying.
Yeah, the music is
The
its
scandalous
own
part.
entity. That's really good. Do you want to try some of these out?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So let's just do it. How about first? I want you guys to just sing it. We're just gonna do a cappella so that I can do a quiz you guys with. I want you to sing it sort of straight, as though you were the women that were against this, and the women that were all gung ho about prohibition and being straight laced and the Puritan ideals and founding fathers, all that stuff. So first, I want you to sing it like that, and then we can Oh no, it's just a shark. I don't know. This is a
Saving practice.
Exactly. No, you guys know this.
I do.
Wait, is it sharks go?
Sharks should go one up.
No, it's I got it.
D.
Okay. It's so stuck here. I know you guys would be more here.
No, I like Alpha Land.
Okay, so I'm just gonna sit back and have you guys sing that. Ready?
1, 2, 3.
Come on, babe, why don't we paint the town? And all that jazz, I'm gonna rouge my knees and roll my stockings down. And all that jazz, start the car, I know a whoopee spot where the gin is cold but the piano's hot. It's just a noisy hall where there's a nightly brawl and all that jazz. Okay, so now that was sort of like wishy-washy, sort of. You felt like there wasn't really any feelings in that, right?
Mm-hmm.
So how can we sort of enhance that little section? Projecting, absolutely.
Paint the town, like really
I lost slurring.
And, like,
Swooping.
the dynamics you said, like accenting certain words.
Yeah.
Some points you have like a brighter tone, like on like a whoopee spot means like a brighter tone and like our darker.
Right. So let's try some of this out. I don't know if you guys don't want to do anything individually.
I don't care. Not
else
really.
Well, how about we just try like one or two little lines?
Okay.
So like you have an idea about one thing, you said the swooping thing. So why don't we try swooping things?
I'll do the swoops.
Okay.
I want to do the
I do whoopee spot.
stacking down, because that was the accent thing.
So come on, baby, why don't you do the and all that jazz. So you do that part.
I'll just start the car.
I'm doing this one, and
pull
then
my stockings down. And all that jazz. I know you'll be fine.
And the waltz go in at the end.
And then you guys can all sing together. Okay.
Okay, I'm not gonna be good. I'm gonna be
But
good.
here's the thing. That last section where you all come in together, I want you to go back to being very
Mormon.
straight face.
Okay.
Very Mormon. Do we have enough time? Let's stop the video for 1 second and make sure we have enough time.
Mary Everly?